episode 9. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Bucky.
And yet again, we have to make a formal apology.
Dude, it's actually gotten to a point where, like, we expect it to happen.
And I think we expected it a little too hard, and it came true because we recorded this episode last week, and we had a different technical difficulty. And again, it was my fault because I work here and you don't. So I should know.
It's okay. You know what? Let's not blame anyone.
I feel bad about it.
No. What had happened was Amanda started recording and we sat here for the whole episode, but then when she put it in her computer after we were done, she noticed the memory card didn't have enough.
Full.
Yeah, didn't have enough room. And so it cut us off at like probably halfway through.
Yeah. And we couldn't do that to you guys. We couldn't give you half an episode.
No, we don't half-ass anything.
So we're back.
We're back.
Episode 9, part 2.
Yes.
Redo. Yes. And we're just going to dive right in today.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot to talk about, especially since we missed a week.
Yeah.
So we're going to start us off with just a quick recap of us. We had a different story last week, but a lot has happened since then.
Yeah.
And the most up-to-date, notable situation that happened is last night there was a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
And what do you do in a thunderstorm but watch a scary movie with your best friend?
Thunder Buddy. Yeah.
So we found a movie on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure if you're familiar. What is it called?
Knock at the Cabin or Knock on the Cabin?
Yeah. Something was knocking at the cabin.
Something was knocking at the cabin. And it was a good movie, like, I think, overall. But to be honest, I don't know why we picked scary on a Monday night.
Thriller, to be specific.
Thriller, yeah.
We picked Thriller. And so the thing is, Bucky is usually really bad at scary movies.
I'm horrible.
She really won't watch them. And I love them. I went through a phase in high school with my best friend, Carly. Hi, Carly, if you're listening.
Hi, Carly.
And we watched scary movies, like, 4 times a week. Like, it was our job.
Mm-hmm.
We love scary movies. We love just feeling alive.
Yeah, yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I've become more of a bitch.
Bitch.
And I don't like them anymore, especially when they're, like, realistic. And
Yeah.
this one was super realistic. Do you want to give them the plot?
Yeah, so basically it's 2 dads, and they have an adopted daughter, and they go to this nice little cabin in the Pennsylvania woods. Beautiful setting. All of a sudden, what happens? A knock at the door.
Knock, knock.
And there's like these 4 doomsday cult people who like say they have these visions, and every time basically one of the dads has to choose to sacrifice himself, and if they don't, one of the doomsday people is going to die, and they set off this huge like
Mass destruction,
like maybe like what's it called?
Plane crashes.
Yeah, plane crashes, fires, tsunamis, a plague.
And basically the gist was they have to sacrifice one of themselves to save the rest of humanity.
Yeah.
Which sounds crazy and unlikely, and it is. However, it's not impossible. And I went to bed so scared.
No, we were just so mind fucked. Like, it's one of those movies where you sit there afterwards and you're just like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, and it creeped into my little tiny dreams.
Yeah. My little baby dreams.
And I had a nightmare, Bucky. Aww. And you want to know what I dream about when I have nightmares?
What?
I didn't tell you about this yet.
No.
I dream about softball.
No, you do not.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
And I had a nightmare about softball, and I woke up with real tears streaming down my face.
Like, what was happening?
I was sitting on the bench.
Shut up.
No, I wish I was making I was sitting on the bench, and it was my turn to play because the person that was playing in front of me got hurt.
Stop.
And guess what happened?
Wait, what happened?
She put someone else in.
No way.
She did. She chose anyone else but me, and my whole family was there to watch. They had flown in from all over the place.
Oh my God. You want to know what my fear is?
Yeah.
Being on the bench and getting picked to go in. I was always so scared of that shit. We had different fears.
But that has to do with your lack of tying and untying your shoes. But
we won't. I digress.
But yeah, isn't that interesting that my nightmares still are about softball?
That is actually very interesting. I thought you were gonna say, like, she told me she had a nightmare prior to us recording this, but I thought maybe you were gonna say like that. You felt like you were gonna, like, in the nightmare you had to make the choice or like
no.
whatever. But it was literally about softball.
It's about softball. I have
wow.
PTSD from this.
Yes. Wow. We need to sue someone because that is very traumatic for years to come.
Help. So thank you for making me watch that movie. I'm having a better day today.
Yeah.
We are live.
I would recommend the movie, but screw the movie. Let's get into what we really want to talk about, which is sports and athletes and drama.
Sports tea. Speaking of sports tea, I wanted to make an announcement that working at 680, last week they pulled me into the actual live radio booth to do a segment called, are you ready? Drum roll. Schwartz on Sports.
Which is super cute.
So
Did you come up with that name?
No, I didn't even come up with that. I've never pieced Schwartz and Sports together.
Who came up with that?
The production director.
That was a really good idea.
He's the director of production.
That would be why.
And they pulled me in to do live sport updates on the radio.
Yeah.
And first of all, my dad showed my mom the clip because I sent it to them, and she started crying.
Did she
It was
really?
so wholesome.
Aww.
Yeah. But so now they liked it, and what I do is I give just quick updates about Atlanta sports, Braves, Falcons, whoever's playing, and then I get to personalize it a little bit. And how did I personalize it? But to spill the sports tea. So every update that I did about 7 of them. I gave a new little nugget of sports tea, all coming directly from the Bench Riders podcast.
Our Bench Riders pod.
So
So
next
she's
time
trying
I'm
to plug it up a little bit.
So listenership better spike up, and if it doesn't, I quit.
No, it's a fun little outing for us every week. Something to look forward to.
Sorry, enough about me.
Let's get into our for the drama.
It's really about.
Yeah, we're back to our OG couple, and I think this one's you.
This is shocking.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sorry. This is not shocking. Kim Zolciak Biermann and Kroy Biermann are getting divorced again.
So they didn't the first time around. I don't think did they actually file.
They filed.
They did.
So they filed in May.
Okay.
Kroy filed.
Okay.
They unfiled. They took the paperwork out of the legal system whenever they called it off back in July. It was. Then remember there was a report on page
Back
6.
in July, that was literally a month ago.
Right. Right, a month ago, they unfiled. Then, remember, early August, like a week later, there was reports from an insider saying it was rocky again.
Yeah.
And that insider must have been their kids because they are getting divorced again. Kroy filed for a second time on August 24th. In his filing, he requested full legal and physical custody of their kids. Okay, and not only that, he wants exclusive access to the estranged couple's home in Atlanta. So he doesn't want her
In the
anywhere
home?
near the home.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's been paparazzi pictures that have come out of her recently. I don't know if you've been paying attention to them, but she looks distraught. Like she looks unwell. Like you can tell that this is like taking a toll on her.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad, but like part of me is like, then stop with like, you know, when you're like breaking up with someone and then you keep stalking their Instagram and then like you hook up with an ex and then it's like a whole roundabout.
You like are throwing yourself into this horrible routine.
Yeah, you're keeping yourself in the toxicity, and I feel like that's what the two of them are doing. And it seems like she wants to be in the marriage and he doesn't because he's the one that's filed twice now.
Right.
So it's just very sad all around. I think though they should probably keep it this way.
I agree.
Let's not call off this one, guys.
No, I think this is for the best. And to be honest, like I could see her going somewhere like to live in California, just going somewhere a little bit more her speed and style. And it's really like interesting because even yesterday I told you that she always pops up on my Snapchat. And literally this lady is like posting selfies in the car with her yitties up, like lips out, but like literal mid-divorce sad time. Like it's hard to tell how she's feeling, which is maybe why Kroy kind of maybe he feels like he's like more consistent, more reliable. Yeah. I don't know.
But I can't say that when I'm going through a breakup, I don't also take the most selfies and post them all over.
But she's like one of those like, no offense, she's like older mom type. So she like posts like videos of her like lip singing to like Louis Capaldi and like other just
he gets
like
us through some tough times.
I know.
But one of their close friends said, quote, in the end, it was all about fights and finances. And that's really where the story ends. Hopefully. Yeah. Because I don't know. They've definitely come up the most in this podcast.
100%. Yeah, I think this is the best for them, but
it'll be interesting to see if he actually gets full custody.
This one's got to go through.
But like, on what grounds can you get full custody? That has to be bad.
You gotta prove some massive shit. So maybe
there you go. You should be a lawyer. You gotta prove some massive shit.
Massive shit must be proven.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like for a guy to take full custody of the kids.
Yeah. Usually they side with the mom, but maybe gambling is not.
Probably not the best. Okay. All right. Well, we have another update also, different story. This one is about Wander Franco, who we talked about last episode that we recorded. Wander Franco, unfortunately, had a wandering eye for a 14-year-old.
Actually, 2 of them.
Yes. He had, you know what? I actually don't know the current status of their relationship. Has had a 14-year-old girlfriend. besides the girlfriend, also in his native Dominican Republic, there are 2 other girls that are now claiming to have had some sort of relationship with him. So right now, Wander Franco's status in the league is he is suspended and he's on administrative leave currently. No decision has been made. When Amanda and I first recorded this episode, there was supposed to be a decision made.
The decision was made.
Oh, is he fully out?
Yeah, he's out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Wander is wandering on back.
Oh, my
he's
God.
out. Yeah.
Oh, shit, because I literally just pulled up this thing from 6 hours ago.
Yeah, no, this on the night that or the last week when we recorded this, it was supposed to be decided that night. It was postponed till the next morning, but it did come out the next morning, and the MLB and Dominican together decided that he would be, what is the exact
Administrative leave?
Administrative leave. No, I had this in my Schwartz on Sports segment. It was onto the indefinite suspension of the MLB. I forgot the exact term. I want to find it.
Oh, okay.
But he's out.
Oh my God. Wow, that's crazy. But now it's literally, while you're looking that up, that he's being investigated both here in the United States and now also in the Dominican Republic. So in 2 separate countries. Mm-hmm. So he needs 2 separate team of lawyers because he's being just looked at up and down. Rightfully so.
14 is so
that is a baby.
Young.
That is someone you babysit. That is not someone you get in a romantic relationship with.
Yeah. No,
oh
you
my
can't.
God.
It was a bad decision by Wander.
Yeah.
It was a good decision by the MLB because you can't even, there's no way that stands.
Yeah, no.
It's a bad PR day for anyone.
No, not at all. Also, I'm just reading the bullet points we have. Can you imagine risking $182 million for a 14-year-old? What 14-year-old walking this planet does not get under anyone's skin? 14-year-olds are devils.
Well, I doubt that he thought he was risking the money when he was doing it.
But again, what is he thinking with? His peen. It doesn't cross his peen's mind, but it needs to cross his mind's mind because now he's fucked out of $182 million.
I saw a stat. He was going to be, with that deal, the highest paid Ray in the history of the Rays.
Oh my God.
He was gonna.
Also, wait, time out. Because I remember when we were looking this up, he's the one with the weird, fucked up MLB tattoo on the side of his neck.
Oh, he is?
He's the one with the logo, the MLB logo with the outline of the guy's head and the red and the blue. Uh-huh. It looks like he got it at a janky ass tattoo shop
in Republic with his 14-year-old girlfriend.
With his 14-year-old girlfriend. And it is so bad looking. Now what is he going to get covered up with? The 14-year-old's name? Because he's not playing for the MLB anymore.
Sure ain't.
He sure ain't.
Oh,
that is so upsetting to me because just give me his money.
Yeah. I think we said this last week, but split the funds amongst the people. Give it $182 million. I got to pay my student loan starting, I think, tomorrow. So let's split up those.
Don't say that because is it actually tomorrow?
Yeah, September 1st.
Oh,
sorry, Friday.
My God.
Yeah,
no,
I
actually can't talk about this right now.
Everyone else out there. Please, let's start a Wander Franco split fund.
Split fund me, like a GoFundMe. Okay, so
if you reference back to episode 2 or 3, Ballerina Man, we mentioned that they were getting divorced last week. Mm-hmm. Tragic, so sad. But Natalie and Ballerina Man were spotted at the World Cup final a couple weeks ago together, which is an interesting move.
It's an interesting move by them.
The World Cup final with your estranged husband.
So they must not be no longer estranged because I would not voluntarily sit with my ex.
What if they already had the tickets though?
See, no.
Who's gonna?
Because we talked about this.
Who's gonna forego the ticket?
Ballerina Man, because he's
the cheater.
He's the cheater. If
he purchased the tickets,
he's the cheater.
What if she was coerced into going because
he's the cheater?
What if they're just really big soccer fans?
I don't know.
It's an odd sighting.
I don't know. I just don't like it for them.
Ballerinas liked soccer.
I don't know. I guess he does. But he
gives me SpongeBob.
Yeah, he is giving, what's that guy's name?
Ethan Slater.
He is giving Ethan Slater vibes. Speaking of Ethan Slater, Ariana Grande's new revamp album came out, which is so
has
weird.
To do with Scooter Braun, doesn't it? That's an interesting topic. The whole Scooter Braun.
Yeah, we can get into that next time, but I don't know. I don't know much about it, to be honest. I just know that
there's nothing that has come out about it besides 5 different big name celebrities have dropped him in the last week. Idina Menzel, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato.
Dude,
they all just dropped him.
Imagine being Scooter. Who the fuck do you have left?
Who does he have?
Also, why is his name Scooter? Like Razor? Like Razor
like the
Scooter?
Razor Scooter. Yeah. They want it to be different and chic.
Yeah.
There's conspiracies that it has to do with him like taking their money like more than he should have. Because when you have that amount of money coming in, like as Justin Bieber, I'm sure he doesn't fact check that he's getting the right amount. Like I'm sure he's just like, oh, I'm good with 100 million.
Right. Or like the rights. I know the rights were like a big thing for Taylor Swift. So
oh, she's probably chilling in Mexico, watching this all unfold.
Everything goes her way, and I love that for her. And I want to know like what sort of like juice she drank,
I
like
know like what her
karmic juice, because she is just like rolling in like just good stuff all the
She's
time.
Probably not affected by the Mercury retrograde whatsoever.
I've felt this Mercury retrograde hard
it deep in my heart and my soul.
It's just been hard out here, and I need it to be over. Amanda and both of us got home yesterday, and we were just sitting on the couch. We're like, I just don't want to move from this couch until this Mercury retrograde is over.
Well, we did move to come to work today and to do this, but I will retreat back home after this. I'm super excited to do it.
Yes. Okay.
Next story.
Oh, this is wild. This story is wild.
So if everyone is familiar with the Little League World Series, which I played in when I was younger, fun fact, and won for the West Coast Division. So I can give autographs.
Oh my God! Wait, how did you guys make it after the West Coast Division, or what happened?
Well, that's like as far as it went. Like for softball they did like divisions. So like West. Didn't you win?
Oh yeah, we did. I forgot. See, like I said, I blocked things out of my noggin.
Yeah,
but we did. It was like the East.
Yeah,
I just clapped the microphone.
Yep, she did. We did.
We did do that.
So
12U.
Right, I was 12U.
Oh my God, East West baby.
East and West. So I won the Little League World Series, and I told the story last week, but I'm going to tell it again. The Anaheim Angels, invited our team out to the field to celebrate after our big win. And that year, the California team won for the boys, and they were also at the same game. And it was like my first awakening into like the magic that baseball men can bring to a girl's life.
You know what I would love to see? Which weird Little League snotty-nosed child was your sexual awakening? Because think about like what they would look like now as like grown ladies. Like looking at the kids, you would have been like, "Ew, what the fuck?" I know. But like as a kid, is like which one was like your fancy?
Shortly after I went to the Maccabee Games.
Oh my God!
Shout out,
not
Moses.
This story.
Yeah, I went to the Maccabee Games, which is basically the Jewish Olympics, which is a very low standard for Olympics. We did win the gold. I'm just like bragging on myself today.
It's okay.
But I
you
had
need
some
that for a Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay. So as a young Jew, I went to the Maccabee Games and I won the gold medal in softball. And there again, you find the softball team hanging out with the baseball team.
A classic combination.
And what's a girl to do but have her first make out behind the jumpies of the Maccabee Games? And that's what I did.
The jumpies of the Maccabees.
Yeah.
Was it good?
No.
Was there too much tongue?
I actually don't want to talk about it anymore.
Why? You cannot share this story and then not share. Oh my God. So you had your Shark
Week, which has
why do you remember that your first kiss was? This is like a lot of sporadic information thrown at me right now.
Nothing to do with the story, but I remember it being Shark Week, and I remember that we went to like this parade to celebrate us being at the Maccabee Games, and there was a jumpy, and I met this boy. Did I tell this story on this podcast? I don't know. So.
I think you've mentioned the Maccabee Games for sure on this podcast.
Sure, because Max Fried went to the Maccabee Games as well. Not the same year, and it was not Max Fried that I kissed. Wish it was. And there was a jumpy, and at first he wanted to sneak out of the premises, and I'm a rule follower, and I said,
"What a bad boy."
No, we are staying in the vicinity.
Jewish boy, no.
I don't want to give away his name. And so he pointed like a genius behind the jumpies, and he said, "Want to go over there?" I said, "You know what?
This man is experienced."
I do. And so we wandered.
Oh,
no.
And
it was just like a 10-second little makeout.
How cute.
I hated it for both of us.
I hate that for, you know what else I hate? When your coach goes missing.
Yes. Sorry. Thank you for keeping me in check. The Little League World Series this year, Cuba is in the series.
They were in the series.
Well, they were in the series
Until they lost.
They played on Saturday night, and we have to not laugh throughout the story.
Sorry.
This
is serious.
This is serious. They played on Saturday night. The coach leaves the premises Saturday night, never to return. He doesn't return on Sunday and was announced as missing on Sunday. He was not heard from again.
Dude.
And this happened 2 weeks ago now, and he has still not been heard from.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because I actually, when I knew we were going to come back and record this, I was like, oh, shoot, let me check into that coach.
Right.
And there's been no update for over 7 days on him.
No update at all.
Yeah.
So that's actually very scary.
And my crime junkie mind is like going into overdrive because I'm like, did he have any enemies? Did he want to disappear? Did he want to go back to Cuba? Did he want to like flee? Like what was his, like, was he married? Like there's so many things, so many questions.
Cuba rings mysterious to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it was off
in Cuba.
It was off limits for so long.
Yeah.
Remember they just opened it back up to visit when we were like in high school.
Yeah.
And like they had cars from the 50s, like everything is so like it's starting to get newer there. So that's why I feel like it is extra mysterious.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because the Little League World Series is in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and he came in from Cuba and went missing from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. It's so odd. Like, you would think there'd be more coverage on this, which is extra weird to me. Like, why is no one talking about it?
I mean, if it has to do with, like, international affairs, like, maybe that's why. Like,
maybe, but he disappeared on American soil at a child's sports event.
Yeah, speaking of the child sports event, this was the quote from the police. Jose Perez, a coach with Biermann, Cuba at the Little League Baseball World Series, left the Little League International Grove late last night, Saturday, August 19th, and did not return. Little League International has communicated to all appropriate authorities and will ensure the Biermann Little League team continues to have the best support and experience while in Williamsport.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, it's just this quote gets me because we will make sure the Biermann team has the most fun time they can. Sirs,
these boys are eating at Chipotle tonight.
They're
extra guac.
Free guac for everyone. Their coach is literally missing. How are they going to have fun? Like, I'm confused here.
I know.
Also, why is that top priority? I mean, yes, woohoo, fun. But why is that the top priority? Let's find this man.
Let's find the man. It doesn't seem to be a top priority per the statement. And also, the team lost on Sunday and are eliminated from the tournament.
That's so tragic.
It was a rough 24 hours for the Cuban Little League team.
Horrible. Oh my God.
Well, if anyone has any information on Jose Perez,
please call Crime Stoppers and then call us because we're curious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's.
No, I feel bad about moving into this story next.
I know we ordered this.
We ordered it really badly because I feel bad talking about a missing person and then talking about something lighthearted.
And you want to know what?
What?
We had a week to change it, and guess what?
We didn't.
So with that, take it away.
Okay. Okay, so this story is about a brave player. We know him. We love him. Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie.
And Ozzie Albies grew up in Curacao, which is a very beautiful island. By the way, Curacao was in the Little League World Series versus California on Sunday. I actually don't know who won. Shall we see?
Sure.
Just for fun.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Versus Curacao. Who won?
My money's on Curacao.
California.
California, baby.
Oh my gosh, one of the kids hit a walk-off homer to beat Curacao 6-5.
I did see that. He jacked it.
Wait, that's so cool.
Okay, the Little League World Series is low-key really fun.
No, it is very good.
It makes me really jealous of like children, and I hate that feeling.
Jealous of children.
It does. They're on TV. They're on ESPN. They're getting endorsements nowadays. At freaking 14 years old, Wander's gonna find his new girlfriend from the Little League World Series.
Ew.
Sorry.
Anyway, Ozzie Albies, native Curacao, which unfortunately lost in the World Series. But he grew up on that island, and he grew a love of fish. Mm-hmm. His grandpa had fish growing up. I'm sure his uncles and aunties had fishes growing up. He just loved the fish, guys. And so what happens when he gets a bunch of money for being a baseball player?
What happens, Bucky?
He buys fish.
Yes.
And I'm not just saying your run-of-the-mill goldfish from your local Petco, Amanda. Listen to this. He had installed in his Marietta, Georgia mansion a 10,000-gallon koi pond, as well as 3 large tanks with turtles, fish, and freshwater sharks.
You might as well own the Georgia Aquarium.
He might as well own Finding Nemo because that is insanity.
Finding Ozzie.
But Finding Ozzie, stop. That could be like a Netflix show.
That is cute. That's
I would watch that.
And he could voice the character.
Yes.
Oh my God, I love this.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah.
But I guess he's like super passionate about it. He has a Ring camera that he has by his tank so he can check in on his fishes while he's away. Excuse me. Like when he has away games, he'll like check his little Ring camera.
Okay, but if something's wrong on the Ring camera,
He'll call the fish nanny.
The fish nanny.
Or the fish doctor.
The fish doctor. Do you think he has a fish doctor on site?
I feel like he not on site.
No. But he has one on speed dial.
He has one on speed dial ready to go.
That is so cute because when you have pets, like obviously dogs and cats are easy to have like an emotional connection with.
Right.
But you don't think of fish as like a
As
type
like,
of
oh,
pet that
my
you,
fish.
Like care for.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because when I was a kid, I had a
No.
goldfish. I had a goldfish. I'll make this story short and sweet. I had a goldfish, and my brother fed her cement.
Yeah.
And you want to know what cement does, Bucky? It hardens. And you want to know what happens when cement hardens in a fish? It sinks.
How did he feed it? Did he just like sprinkle it on top?
Yeah, he thought it was fish food. It was like in a bag in the garage, like pre-made cement. Like it wasn't cemented. It's not funny. Stop.
No, it is funny. That poor fish.
We buried her in the backyard.
She's probably hefty. She's probably still. She's probably like mummified.
Yeah.
Like she's probably fine because she has cement in her.
Lives on.
Oh my God. Well, if we're telling fish
Ozzie
stories,
would never let that slide.
Ozzie would never let this slide. If we're telling fish stories in 3rd grade, we got guppies.
Yeah.
And I came home from school one day and my guppy had babies. Like I was so excited.
Guppy puppies.
Guppy little puppies. Guppy puppies. And then I'm like, oh my God, how fun. I have a little guppy family. Like this is so wholesome. And then like 1 or 2 days later, I come home to like check on everyone, see how the fam's doing. The fucking mom is the only one left. She ate the babies. Guppies are like ferocious.
Then why do they have such a sweet, innocent name?
I don't know. Isn't guppy like a cute
you
name?
Call something guppy and then eat your children.
I guess they eat their babies. They eat their flesh. Anyway, but not Ozzie's fish because he also talks to Georgia Aquarium on how to like do the best filter for his tanks. And so he's like actually super into it, which I thought was a cute little wholesome
that makes me love
tidbit.
Ozzie so much more.
Yeah.
My dad asked me the other day who my favorite Braves player was, and I didn't have an answer, but you know what? I think I do now.
Is Ozzie's?
It's Ozzie and Ozzie's fish.
What? I have such a hard time with some of the names.
It's hard. Your feet look really cute in this blanket.
Do they?
Okay, it is no longer
Oh,
summer.
so nice. No, because that was the nicest thing anyone said to me today. My feet look cute. I just need human interaction sometimes because that was so nice. Sorry.
And if you're wondering why the blanket's on August 29th, it's because summer's ending and it's cold in here.
I know. It's cold in here.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice season is upon us.
It's upon us.
It's spooky season.
In 3 days, haven't you?
Dude, it's not. I'm not even like trying to be basic. I do the cold one with like the cold foam on top. I could drink vats of that cold foam. Just pour it on me.
In my veins.
I will die a happy woman. Like the goldfish that you injected with cement, Amanda?
It was Brendan.
Okay. Well,
it was Brendan.
I rest my case.
And I hope it was quick and painless, but I feel like it was not.
You
So
are
let's move
guilty.
on. So this is a news story between last week and this week.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just kind of crazy. So Noah Lyles is a U.S. track star. He's 26.
He's a
from
runner.
Florida.
He's a track star.
I'm going to let you finish that.
He gonna have a way when it gets hot. Go ahead.
Okay. He won his 3rd straight world title at the World Athletics Championships in Budapest this last weekend.
I've been to Budapest.
Oh my God, you have. How is it?
It's actually really cool.
Is it a place
I would
for a
recommend
track
it.
star?
It's a place where I rode a tour bus. I don't know like much else. I rode it in a Hungarian taxi because I got lost. It's a really cool city.
You're so cultured.
Thank you.
You know, I have 4 months left to take my free trip to Israel as a Jew, and I'm getting concerned about
We're getting
my
so
timeline.
sidetracked this episode. Like we are just like going like left and right.
I'm so tired. My dream kept me up all night. This is the movie's fault. This is a Knock at the Cabin's fault. I'll go.
Dude.
I'll keep going.
Okay.
So he won this championship in Budapest, and I don't know what provoked this comment, but he made a comment to the press after he won, and it goes, and I quote, as Noah Lyles, "I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their heads. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love I love the US at times, but that ain't the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting and thriving and putting on a flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Pause. Why is this man so angry?
He's angry.
He's an angry little man. I'm looking up how tall he is.
It strikes me as I wanted to play in the NBA and couldn't play in the NBA, so I ran track.
That is what it's giving, isn't it?
And he's athletic because he's a world champion. I'm sure he's very good at what he does. I know he's good at what he does, but it gives me...
It's giving 5'11".
Is he 5'11"?
He's 5'11", and you couldn't make it in the NBA if you tried. We got your ass, Noah Lyles. That's exactly why you said what you said. Anyway.
He said it. And you know who didn't like it very much?
Who?
Kevin Durant.
Of course he didn't.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Drake. And others.
Drake.
Let me tell you what they replied. So Durant said, somebody help this brother. These were comments on the Instagram post of this press conference. Durant said, somebody help this brother. Devin Booker, the simple man that he is, replied with a singular facepalm emoji.
I feel like that just speaks
like this.
So much more than
Watch on YouTube
words.
to see me facepalm. Drake was a little lengthy. Drake said, he thought his speech was going to be so hard in the mirror the night before. Now the whole league doesn't rate you. Laughy face, laughy face, laughy face.
Drake
gets himself involved in all the nooks and crannies of the world.
Like, have you seen the memes of Drake where it's like a normal person like sleeping and it's like Drake sleeping and it's like just like ass poked out, like face like he's just so extra about everything he does. Like this comment.
And I feel like he's involved in somehow everything.
Yeah.
Everything sports related, Drake has a comment on.
Oh, always.
And he is in the nooks and crannies of it. I worked for Kentucky Athletics before I worked here, and a couple weeks ago, my friend is a social media manager, and he posted that him and the team were at Drake's house.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
The basketball team.
Did he meet Drake?
Drake was on tour, but he invited the Kentucky basketball team over to his house.
Does he have a house in Kentucky?
No. I don't know where the house was. It wasn't in Kentucky, but I think it was in LA. He has a basketball court, a full basketball court, and so they had practice and a party at Drake's house without Drake.
Must be nice to have money. Like, can you imagine inviting people over and saying, yeah, I can have a party at my house?
Yeah, I'll be on tour.
Go ahead.
Meet me in Jersey.
Wow. Yeah. How fun.
So Noah Lyles is on the shit list right now.
I think it's just because he's short and he's sad he couldn't play in the NBA.
Like Kings make bad comments.
They do. They really do. I think that's all there's to be said about that.
Next.
Do you want me to do my Michael Oher update real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Just because it's kind of over and done with.
Yeah.
Okay, so like last episode we recorded, the Michael Oher story was like super big, and it had just come out that he was like claiming that they like adopted him or whatever, and he didn't want to be adopted, and yada yada. It was like a whole thing. So recently, after 19 years, his conservators. I said it right this time.
Yeah, that's correct.
His conservators, Sean and Leanne Toohey, said that they plan to terminate this conservatorship over Michael Oher because I guess the confusion was like something along the lines of adoption versus conservatorship. And like I think he thought he was getting adopted, but really they just had like the rights to like help make his financial decisions.
Yeah, well, conservators by definition get to make financial decisions, and adoptive parents are parents or legal guardians, and they wouldn't get to do that. Now, per the movie, he's was at the time of the adoption or conservatorship, very uneducated.
Yeah.
So it might not have been like malice that they were like, let me be a conservator. It might have been like,
let's help him.
His reading level was like second grade when he was in high school. Maybe they were trying to protect him and didn't want him dealing with money because he was so uneducated at the time.
Yeah.
And that seems like it could be the case to me because they gave it right up when he asked for it and all this came out. They're like, fine, take the money. We'll drop the conservatorship.
Yeah.
Also, I think this all has to do with his book.
Oh,
I will die.
Yeah, it's a PR stunt.
It's a PR stunt, and I think it's like before this, The Blind Side is one of the most uplifting stories, and I feel like people, when they associate Michael Oher and The Blind Side, they get like a warm heart, a little heart.
Yeah.
And now with all of this,
it's kind of like jaded
it's tainted Michael Oher, and he did it to himself. And maybe the book sales went up, but I feel like his reputation has gone down.
100%. And speaking of The Blind Side, he was making claims prior to them dropping the conservatorship, saying that the couple was using it to profit off of his name, likeness, and image, and had them sign these papers as conservators rather than adoptive parents. But the Tuohys actually came out, and I think it was Sean Tuohy made a statement saying, we didn't make any money off the movie. They were already worth like millions of dollars because they're like
they own like Zaxby's.
They're in some sort of like fast food business. And they literally got, I think it's just at a couple $1,000s from the movie, each of them.
Yeah.
Like, so there was no need to like have him.
It was a crazy story that I feel like wasn't necessary. Like, even if this was the case, this feels like something that could have been handled privately. So if it didn't have to do with the book, I don't think it would have come out. Like, this is all for the book. So don't buy it.
Don't buy the book. And I will still watch the movie though, because I really love that movie.
It's a great
movie.
But you're not going to watch it the same.
No, I won't.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
So next up, Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan have sparked engagement rumors.
Yikes.
So Michael Jordan
is quivering in his boots.
Not super happy right now. She was spotted wearing an engagement ring at the Drake concert.
Oh my gosh.
Marcus.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah. Now, she was approached by TMZ and asked about it, and she said it wasn't an engagement ring.
Wasn't. Okay.
However, TMZ asked Marcus if he was going to wife her up, and he responded, quote, "We're looking for a location."
Okay.
So it wasn't an engagement ring, but they do seem to be talking about it. Now, I think this is going to make things
she's
very
so much
awkward.
older than him. Sorry, I get weirded out with that.
What's the age gap?
16, 17 years.
Is it that much?
Yeah. It is, actually. I don't even need to look it up. I know that in my noggin right now. It is that much of an age gap.
That's a lot more
than I thought. I guess, obviously this is probably pretty sexist of me, but like, you're so used to hearing about old dudes marrying young women. Mm-hmm. But when you hear like an older woman that had her license when this baby popped out the womb, it's a little weird to me.
It's a little odd.
It's a little off.
The age gap thing is interesting though, because as you get older, it's less and less weird. Obviously,
right.
A 16-year-old and a newborn is an odd concept to grasp. Okay.
Yeah.
But a 50-year-old and a 36-year-old, it's still weird.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense. And it just kind of like, as you get older, it disintegrates a bit. But that is a large gap on top of all the just like the family drama. That
right.
But it seems like they're going to want to make it official. And I just think the Larsa Pippen, Marcus Jordan household are going to have a hard time splitting holidays. That's where I keep going. Like, what are we going to do? I
think Michael will not come to the same holiday dinner
with his son.
But the thing is, I feel like they're gonna have to have like 4 different holidays.
And they can afford it. So it's not really gonna be that big of an issue, but just what a situation to be in.
Guess what? Everyone did this on their own accord. Like everyone decided like, yes, this is a good idea.
Well, by everyone you mean Marcus and Larsa.
Correct. That's what I meant.
And that's it.
That is what I meant. But
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess this is just really quick, and I'll just throw this in there. Speaking of engagement rumors, Joe Burrow's engagement rumor. Yeah. And Amanda's
moment of silence. Wait, actually, just for a second.
Oh. Can you like insert like a tiny violin, like?
And I'm not the only one. This has shook the female
the
TikTok
Joe Burrow fandom.
It is tragic. It is so exciting for his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
So tragic.
Yeah.
And the NFL is going to take a hit in female viewership because we don't care anymore. We cannot be watching the Bengals playing knowing that his girlfriend's on the sideline with a ring on her finger.
Yeah. Absolute rock.
No.
But they've been dating since
high school. It's like
high school.
Super cute. I'm really happy for them.
Yeah, but and I guess
sorry, they met. He went to Ohio State before he transferred to LSU, and they met at Ohio State. Aww. And she stuck with him through
the whole time. Wow.
Through the NFL, as she should.
You go, sister.
Her name is Olivia. What is her name? Olivia Holzmacher.
Aww. Yeah, but I guess so. Like the rumor mill started swirling because his jeweler. Although I don't know how people knew it was his jeweler.
No.
But
Do
whatever.
people even have specific jewelers? Like,
I guess if you're that rich and famous, probably.
Yeah.
But his jeweler posted something and like either I think maybe tagged him in the picture
Tagged him for a
and
second,
the
yeah.
engagement ring.
Yep.
And then like people saw it, but then now the jeweler is private and it hasn't been confirmed or denied yet. So
No. But she's also been spotted out. This is all per Dumois, by the way.
Okay.
Dumois, the blog site. Allegedly, she has been spotted out in the city with a ring.
Okay.
But they've been keeping it hush-hush. So, yeah, it's not confirmed, but Dumois says otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. One last story. Livvy Dunne and Paul Skenes are dating, which is going to upset high school boys across the nation.
Yeah.
Because their fascination with Livvy Dunne.
Oh my
By the
God,
way,
it's crazy.
since we talked about it last week too, my TikTok is full of Livvy Dunne Photoshop, and it
Right?
makes me really upset because
Yes.
she's so beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, and she just makes it a little like
Like,
and
too
I feel
much.
bad that it's like I'm seeing 10 videos a day of Olivia's Photoshop.
You know what gets me is her fucking Photoshop of her ponytail.
I
Like it
saw
goes
that.
like flat to like up.
No, it went the other way. I saw it today. It was full and voluminous, and she flattened it out.
Why does she? First off, how does she do that?
Yeah.
And then why? Like she is already so like tiny and like skinny and.
If something goes wrong for her at Sports Illustrated swimsuit model edition, she should get a graphic design job.
She really
she's really
does
good at it.
very good at her
But
Photoshop.
this is not at all the story, Bucky.
Oh, yeah,
the story
sorry.
is that she is dating Paul Skenes, who is the #1 overall pick for the 2023 MLB draft. He was drafted.
Wonderful pick by Livvy.
Great pick. He's cute. He's a baseball player. He's moving up the ranks fast. He was in he's playing AA last week. He's already in AAA.
Oh my God.
He too went to LSU and just won the national championship. And it's actually very cute because allegedly they met through friends. And this is per him. He talked to a Pittsburgh magazine and told the magazine that he's dating her and that they met through mutual friends because Paul's best friend at LSU was dating Livy's roommate Elena.
Oh.
So it was just like
Oh, it's like meeting
roommates were
through.
dating,
Yeah, that's
which
cute.
is actually really
That's a cute meet.
But she
Meet
keeps
cute.
going to his games because he's playing in the minors right now.
Uh-huh.
And you can see these videos all over TikTok too, on top of her Photoshop ones.
Yeah.
Scroll past it and you'll see her at his games and all these high school boys like waving to her, trying to take pictures of her while she's up in the press box because they need to like keep her safe from
Yeah.
the public. Like she's just trying to be a supportive girlfriend. and
What
she's
makes
getting-
someone an like sensation like that? Isn't that kind of wild?
It's kind of wild.
Like, I mean, obviously she is very like beautiful, but there's so many like
Yeah.
quote unquote attractive young females.
I know.
So like, what made her the sensation?
I don't know. That happens with like different people. Like it happened with Alex
Yeah.
Earl,
Addison
happened with
Rae.
Addison Rae, Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you just get lucky
Picked.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Crazy.
she is on like a whole new level of fame, and it landed her in the lap of Paul Skenes.
Wow.
And so far, they're
What a
happy.
good lap to land in.
Great lap. Love that lap.
Love that lap.
Okay, this is not a story, but just last thing I wanted to touch on. Viktor Hovland.
Uh-oh.
Are you cramping?
Oh, I'm gonna get Charlie horse in my foot. Ouch.
Please turn
I didn't drink enough water today. Sorry.
Please turn on the YouTube if you want to witness what's going on in this room right now.
Ow.
Are you okay?
Do you ever get it?
Your
It's
cute little feet.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
You ever get them in the arch of your foot?
I sure do.
God.
Not while we're
Ooh.
recording a podcast.
Oh my God. Good God, woman. I gotta drink more water.
You have to.
Sorry, continue.
No, it's okay.
Victor.
I'm just going to say that Viktor Hovland won $18 million at the Tour Championship.
Oh my God.
And he's our age. And that makes me sad for me, mostly. Happy for Victor, sad for me. I actually went to the Tour Championship
Oh yeah,
on
she
Thursday.
did.
And you guys, it is
Was he a
actually-
front runner since Thursday?
He wasn't #1. He was like, I think maybe 4 or 5 since Thursday, and then climbed his way up.
Wow.
And ended like 26 under par, which I learned recently what that means. I'm learning the golf lingo.
26 under?
But they start at 10 under for some
Oh.
reason, which is still 16 under.
Wow. I would like to know how much second place got. If he got 18 million?
I think first, second, and third get a hefty prize. I think second is like 10, third
Okay.
is still like 6 or 7.
I would have been happy with that.
Happy with whatever.
Wow, good for Victor.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that everyone should, if they can, take a trip one day to the Tour Championship or any golf tournament
Mhm.
because it just feels right.
It feels right.
It feels like where you meet a husband type. Okay, let's slide into our dating history breakdown. You're going to take this one away.
Yes. Okay, so we have our famous athlete of the week, and this week we picked Tim Tebow.
Yes.
Tim Tebow.
Timmy.
The infamous Timmy boy.
Timmy.
Tim is actually featured on Netflix's new docuseries called Swamp King. Is it Swamp Kings?
Yes.
Yes. And I started watching it a little bit, but I got bored, so I stopped.
Did you watch that on your own?
I did.
Really?
I did. I watched an episode on my own, actually, for real.
I was just digging.
I know. I know. But I actually did watch on my own, and then I got bored, so I stopped. But Tim Tebow, very attractive human being.
Of course.
So we're like, why not look at his dating history?
Yeah.
So Tim Tebow, if you don't know him, played for Florida.
Yeah.
Football player, quarterback. Mm-hmm. And then he actually decided, scratch that. I'm going to play in the minor league for the Mets organization because he is a pro footballer and baseballer.
He wants it all.
He's just good at everything, apparently.
You want to know what he's not good at?
What?
Sex.
I know.
And I actually shouldn't say that. He might be good at it, but he's a virgin, or he was a virgin. He was abstinent.
Yeah, and that's why his dating history is so interesting because he really maintained that abstinence mindset.
And that is honorable.
It really is quite honorable.
No, it is.
So getting into number one, the first lady on the list, her name is Kaylee Hartung. Hartung? Hardtongue.
Whoa.
That's
a hard girl to be abstinent with.
Hardtongue. But okay, so I want to preface this by saying a couple of these are rumors because a lot of his relationships were super short, like very short-lived. So this one was a rumor.
Probably because it came out that he wasn't having sex.
Yeah.
That was the end for Timmy.
So they met because she's a broadcaster for CBS News and then eventually ESPN. And it literally was like a month or two. And they never like were spotted by paparazzi or anything. It was just kind of rumored that they were seeing each other.
Just a fling.
And then it ended. Yes. Because why, Amanda?
Sex is key.
Sex is key. And he wasn't giving it.
Unless it's not key for you guys.
Right. And that's fine. That is fine. But it wasn't happening. So after Kaylee comes Lucy Pinder in 2009. She is a British model and actress. Yeah. But again, super, super, super short-lived. Yes. Nothing came of it.
And there are no virgins across the pond.
No, Amanda, okay, last time we tried recording this, she's like of the belief that UK has no virgins.
You know where that stems from? Love Island.
Oh, that's true.
I equate all of the UK to the Love Island contestants, and those people are freaks.
They are freaky. So you know what? Okay, that makes sense to me now. I get it.
Yeah, thank you.
So anyway, she's super short-lived. Next, number 3 is Camilla Bell.
Yeah.
Who infamously stole Joe Jonas from Taylor Swift.
And in turn is the antagonist of the song Better Than Revenge. Do you want to give me a little snippet?
What is that? Hold on, I'm trying to remember.
She's not a singer. She's not what you think. She's an
actress, because she was like trying to be an actress. She's better known for the things that she does on the mattress.
Which clearly not Taylor because Tim is a virgin.
So maybe that's why she changed the lyrics. Oh, now we're uncovering it.
No, because Camilla is not the virgin. It was Tim, and this was about Joe.
You know
what?
He wore a purity ring though for a long time.
Shit. I wonder what the order was if Camilla dated Tim or Joe first.
I think it was.
She also dated Chad Michael Murray.
That girl got around in the early to mid 2000s, and I'm jealous of her dating history then.
Great choices by Camilla. But I do wonder because it'd be interesting if she went from Tim. No. It must have been Tim later. No, Tim was in 2012. Joe Jonas.
I don't remember when. What album was that? That was... I don't know.
We're not going to figure it out.
We're not going to figure it out right now,
anyway,
but
they broke up.
They broke up.
Because she's better known for the things she does on the mattress.
And he is not.
Yep.
So, moving on to the 4th person Tim dated. Her name is Olivia Culpo.
You heard her here before.
And who is her sister?
Sophia Culpo, ex of Braxton Berrios, dating Alex Earl, potentially, when she's not making out 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
And also, Olivia is now engaged to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, so apparently Olivia's type is hot football players, which, me too, sister. So Olivia Culpo dated Tim Tebow in 2015, and this was like the first lady he dated that outwardly said, I think it was to like a Us magazine or something, that abstinence was the cause of their split. Like she's like,
abstinence was the cause.
No,
what a horrible statement. Abstinence was the cause.
And like, in the article too, it went on to say how he would like still hit her up, profess his love for her, like send her cute little notes, like honestly doing all the cute romantic shit. And she literally shut that shit down because she's like, no, you will not have sex with me.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they broke it off, and that was like his first real like public relationship that did not work out well. And then from Olivia Culpo, we move on to Demi Lee Nell Peters.
You want to know who that is?
Who?
Miss Universe.
Yeah. Gorgina. I mean, she's beautiful.
Yeah, and they are now married.
Yeah.
She is now Demi Lee Nell Peters Tebow. And he is no longer a virgin.
No, he's not.
Allegedly.
They have kids?
Allegedly, no.
Oh.
But I just
so we don't know. We cannot confirm.
I'm sure that first night as a married couple was crazy.
I'm sure.
I wonder if she was a virgin.
No.
No, she's Miss Universe.
She's Miss Universe.
Well, it worked out for him. I'm glad that he like stuck. That is actually it is very honorable that he like stuck to his guns and like didn't cave, because he dated the most beautiful girls in the world. I mean,
really,
and
especially
he didn't have sex with them.
With how big he got too at that one time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, that's our dating history.
Congratulations to Tim and Demi.
Nell Lee Peters Tebow.
Nell Peters Tebow. Congratulations! I'm excited for you guys to have kids.
I know. It'll be cute little babies.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bachelor of the Week.
Oh my gosh,
okay.
Yay.
Is this the one that you love? Yeah, this is
I
the one
do enjoy his face.
And his body.
Body, yaddy, yaddy.
And his net worth.
That is also nice.
So our Bachelor of the Week this week is Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown.
Remember last week we recorded this and Amanda said he played for the Browns?
Which he doesn't. He plays for, it still says the Browns. Who does he play for? The Bills. He plays for the Bills. We did not come organized. Okay, Spencer Brown plays for the Buffalo Bills. Okay, he's 25 and he's from Lenox, Iowa. So we have another Midwesterner on the docket. He went to University of Northern Iowa, so also not a huge school.
No.
Which also strikes me similar to Troy Anderson from last week, who stayed close to home for college.
I love a homegrown boy.
Yes. Now, if you look at his Instagram, it's at skbrown8 for everyone wondering.
I'm gonna go right now.
I know you like looking at this. You probably fall asleep to his Instagram page.
Shut the yes.
One of the best things about him is, I'm going to say that, again, that he stayed close to home for college, and that just strikes me as, like, family-oriented.
Oh, my God, I didn't notice this last time. He has an arm sleeve.
Mm-hmm. We'll add that to the list of best things. On top of, he seems very fashionable in his photos.
He does, doesn't he?
He has a good sense of style to match that face and body. So I'm really excited about Spencer Brown here. The red flag about him is he looks like he would just, like, upset me emotionally.
He looks like someone you'd be torn up for at least 9 to 12 months.
Spencer Brown.
That would need serious therapy intervention if you broke up with him.
I would pull a Sophia Culpo if I dated Spencer Brown. I'm not sure I could handle the aftermath is my red flag. But he is a catch of all catches, if you ask me.
Oh my God.
I do encourage you all to DM him if you're single. And I hope he is too. From what my research could find, he is. Mm-hmm. You never know with these things.
You do never know.
But he is also gearing up. NFL starts in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Here,
so we'll have to tune into him.
We're going to tune into all our Bachelors.
See how they're doing.
Speaking of, we need to have an episode where we draft our fantasy guys. And we should draft all of our Bachelors that we've mentioned in the NFL.
Wait, how cute. They would all be on one team.
Yeah. Do we have to let go of Joe Burrow, though?
No. Okay. It's not been confirmed.
It's not confirmed. Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
So, Spencer, I'm going to give you an 8.9. I feel pretty good about you.
Yeah.
I really do.
I do,
now,
too.
He does have a lot of followers, right?
Yeah.
Or a good amount. What
40.8.
40.8. That's not crazy, but it's pretty good. So,
getting up there.
So, guys,
for sure.
I would slide in sooner rather than later. Me and Bucky are going to beat you to it, and then you can go after us. And I'm excited about him. I hope he finds love with someone
I hope he does,
that
too.
I know. Specifically.
Hey.
Me or you. Honestly,
me or you. You're me.
I don't want to be selfish. It could be you.
And it could be you.
And you.
We could be sister wives.
That's fine.
I would be a sister wife for what's his name?
From Iowa.
Spencer Brown. Wait.
Not,
That's not correct.
that's not right.
And I recant my statement. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wait, do we need to do this story time? I feel like...
Well, the issue, people, is that we need your stories, damn it.
Yeah, guys, we actually, for real, please write in with your athlete horror stories, please.
Because Bucky told one last week
And
that we didn't catch on camera, and we're just going to skip over it.
I don't want to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about it again. But we need yours, guys, seriously, because people love that, and we love that.
And if you guys share, I will come around and share a better story.
Yeah, she'll share. She has things to say. She's just being shy.
I'm just being a shy lady.
But before we let you go, we want you guys to impress your boyfriends.
Yes.
He
Oh,
needs
yes.
to love you.
Yay, before you go.
And this is very prevalent. I'm sure you guys are all well aware that it's freaking fantasy football week. The drafts have been all over my feed.
The stories are nonstop.
It's nonstop.
I hate when boys post anything.
I don't care.
Do you know this?
No, I know.
I only want to see ladies on my timeline, and I'm not kidding.
Boys having access to social
They
media.
shouldn't.
I saw a tweet that said men should be born into jail and prove themselves out.
I love that.
Isn't that
Honestly, for me, it's kind of an ick when a guy posts something.
No, I know.
I really
Anything.
don't. I
It's bad.
really don't
No,
like
it's really
it.
bad.
But anyway.
They never do it correctly.
No, they don't.
So if you too are a victim of your boyfriend playing fantasy football, I have a couple of facts for you to drop on him.
Ooh, hit me
So that
with
he
it.
maybe looks up from his computer screen, looks at you for like a brief second in between.
You just
draft
throw it
picks.
out at him.
So fantasy football. Interesting fact, over 33 million people play fantasy football. Most of them are in multiple leagues, and 20% only are women. So 80% of players are men.
Wow.
Understandable. Could have guessed that myself.
Yeah.
Now, this is a little bit more interesting. Let's dive a little bit deeper, Bucky, shall we?
I'm ready.
The average fantasy player spends about $110 per year on the hobby, equating to roughly $3.6 billion in economic productivity.
The fact that it's $1 billion industry is absolutely crazy.
$1 billion.
That is
$1 billion
wild.
on fake little men running around.
Fake men.
Okay, here is a story. Let me digress for a second. That story I told you guys the other week about the person I went on a date with, the athlete I went on a date
Oh my God.
with. He, I saw the other day, is featured in the Madden football game.
That's so weird to see like
was
someone
weird.
you like went on a date with running around on a little
Yeah,
TV
it had
screen.
his last name there and everything.
That's so weird.
He looked just like him,
Yeah.
even in digital form. Anyway, so yes, fantasy football is a $3.6 billion economic industry, which is just shocking. But honestly, not
I
that
want
shocking
in.
because men don't spend money on you; they only spend money on sports. Fact. Anyways, the last fact about fantasy football is that this is my favorite fact,
Uh-huh.
and this is what you should bring to your
Oh
boyfriend.
my gosh.
39% of male fantasy football players would sacrifice beer for an entire season to win their fantasy league. 19% would ditch their phone, and a shocking 16% of men would give up sex to win their fantasy football league.
What a loser.
16%, you
That's
guys,
a lot
is
more than I
very
thought.
high.
That's more than I thought. I really did not
Now,
expect
I
that.
feel like this 16% are the men who don't have sex anyway, so it's probably easy to get
I think that's correct.
right?
I think it's the men that like chronically masturbate.
Yes.
For sure.
And so that's probably about 16% of the population, and there they are showing up right there. But we should do our own study
Oh,
and
we
actually find out
should.
for ourselves what percentage of men that we know
Would actually-
give up sex to win fantasy football. Do you think there's a correlation to like how much money you put into it too?
Yes. I think the more you're devoted you are to it, the more it becomes like almost like an addiction.
No, it's an addiction. I have seen it as an addiction within a man. And it is shocking and scary
7
and a
TV
red
screens
flag.
going at one time.
Guys, find me a man who doesn't have more than one TV. It scares me.
It's
It
scary.
scares me.
It's scary
You
for
only
sure.
need one.
I know. Well,
They don't.
they don't.
Because they need games going on. They have players on different screens at different times, and it's sensory overload.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot happening.
And,
yeah.
and those men are going to be
Oh my
fathers
God.
one day, and that's
She's about to cry. She's about to cry.
concerning to me.
I know. Hey, maybe that means they can multitask. That's important with a child.
Oh, perhaps. I like you finding the positive.
I'm trying. I really am trying my best here. The only thing I want to add, oops, I keep hitting my microphone.
Yep.
Sorry. The only thing I want to add for the Impress Your Boyfriend segment is just real quick. So Tyson Fury and his family just released like a Netflix documentary called At Home with the Furies. And I loved that show. It was
I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it.
It was really entertaining. I would recommend it to anyone out there looking for something to watch. Anyway, Tyson Fury was like the world's best boxer, heavyweight champion, considered to be the best of our time, possibly for generations to come.
Girls know him through Tommy Fury, his brother from Love Island, UK.
Love Island, UK.
Freak, I bet.
Oh yeah. But I guess, so he went into retirement, wasn't going to come out of retirement, but he has recently come out of retirement, and ladies, know this fun fact. His next fight is October 28th versus Francis Ngannou. And Tyson Fury's current record is 33-0-1. He only has one loss right now to Deontay Wilder. So be on the lookout for that fight, and your boyfriend will probably have you watching it
Another
with him.
fun fact about Tyson Fury that you told me yesterday. He drives what was it?
Oh, he drives a blue Lamborghini.
A blue Lamborghini. We saw one in the parking lot.
Yeah, it looks just like him.
She said, Tyson Fury drives that car.
You guys got to watch that show. It's actually really
Tyson
good.
Fury in Buckhead?
I hope so.
Wouldn't put it past him. Anyways, I hope this one recorded.
I hope so,
I told
too.
Bunny earlier, if it didn't, I'm not doing this podcast
She's retiring.
anymore. So here's hoping.
Yay!
Thanks for
Bye,
riding.
guys.